Hello, everybody, or no one, I don't know. Whoever watches this. This is Penumbra Overture. This is by Frictional Games. They are the ones that made Amnesia and Soma, which I did play on the channel. Amnesia I have played a bit, but stopped. Not sure why. Probably will continue later. But yeah, Penumbra. I tried to play this long ago, a few years ago, on an old PC of mine that was pretty much crap, and so it didn't run. It did run a bit, but not exactly well. So I couldn't finish the game. Sorry, I have a bit of a cough, but here I am with a better computer. I will actually get to play this game this time. I can't use my controller. I have to use mouse and keyboard. It won't allow me to. I don't think it does allow me to use controls. I tried to map them, but it doesn't work. So stuck with this. My old crappy mouse and keyboard, which I never upgraded. So, anyways, let's continue on. Well, sorry, I mean not continue on. Well, technically, I did start this a bit just to make sure everything was running okay. Let's play normal. I got through this whole first part. Just this whole first movie part, cutscene, whatever. Just listen to him.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Alright, we are in a boat. I don't know if I'll read every little thing there is. I'll just probably read the notes. Always good to have a notebook. Okay. I think I left my torch in this drawer next to the bed. We haven't used the left mouse. Okay, blah blah blah. I guess that's the one. Hehehe. Beer. Oh shit. My bad. Alright, just want to get a hang of controls. Throw it. Whoop. Damn, okay. Got a flashlight. Flashlight switches on and off via inventory. Hopefully it'll shortcut. What was that? Okay. Now where's that emergency glow stick? Should still be in the locker. Keys in my inventory. So Key, notebook, flashlight. Okay. Alright. Move this chair. What's in the chest? More beer. And a note. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I left you a little something to remember me by in the chest, at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still only have one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get you your rest, but what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? So my name's Eric. I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing that you've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout. They said they were fishing. What? Okay. Okay. Said they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. Okay. So this is get my key. Whoop. Glow stick. And batteries. That should be everything I need. I want to get going before dark. Ooh. Woo. Right, I guess so we should go. As I stepped off the boat, setting on into the blizzard that I had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. So cold, don't know where I am. Need shelter soon. I've jotted. Lost some blizzards, maybe my last entry if I don't find shelter. Okay. Well, better go. A rock. I guess I could use the rock to hit it. It's freezing. Need to up the sensitivity. I need to up the sensitivity on my mouse. Oh my god, why was that so hard? Alright, let's go. My mouse is old as hell. Jesus. Need to buy a new one. And a new keyboard. Hello, voices. I'm Eric. Jeez, man, I can't believe I fell. That is a far fall. I fell that far in survival, although looking around, maybe I didn't. What is this place? Spooky. Ammunition. Woohoo. Oh, what's this? Flare? Another flare? Hammer? Let's see, I can swing this hammer if I hold left mouse. I can't make it back, so I'm pulling the mouse right. Then follow through, pushing left. The opposite works well. Okay, I get it. Let's do this. Alright. Put that away. Hammers 1, flare 2, okay. It's a lot of ammo. Another flare. Can't go that way. This music is creepy. Is there an opening? Ah! Okay. Hammer time. Didn't mean it like that. Hey. There we go. Crouchy. Oh, okay, that's... So this one I pull back and then boom. So what's this way? Is it just a circle? Yeah, it is. Alright. Can I break these? There we go. Took a while. Whoa. Whoa. Who there? That is not good. Alright, I found the way. Guess I need a lever. Oh, duh, I'm so dumb. What's wrong with me? Whatever. Nope. Tab. Boom. There we go. Alright, let's go down. Or heard that big scary noise. Whatever. God, sorry, I have a cough. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by two solid metal hatches located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I don't know what to expect, but it made me feel something that I hadn't felt since I was a child. I never given it too much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there if something goes wrong. Part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids. Knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers were too scared or too far away. The entrance to the cave is caved in. There must be another way out. Great. Could be anything living down here. Heroics are hollow for hollowed actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face up against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defense now. Oh, great. If anyone or anything hears me, I do best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I got it right because of the blue tint in my vision, because I should be quiet enough. I won't be heard unless something right on top of me. Sorry, also tired. I'm yawning. I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better remember to shut off my light source. Any light source, though. Like that of it was invisible, then sometimes I should get back to my night, vision back. Okay. Where am I? So I'm right there. To the left. That way is the office, storage, workshop, northern area, explosives. Okay. Office is the closest, so let's go there. Alright. In the office. What is this? Backstrin, what is that? I have no idea what Backstrin is. Office log. August 15th, 1945. Command bunker. Emergency airship. Zulu. Weekly report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency calls. Drills carried out. Routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance to be carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall. One wounded. The one wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. Two of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple of, oh god, fingers. I take partial responsibility for this and that I allowed them to access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they learned the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up that manual in the chest in my office, and I'll keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. Can't help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. The base is so disconnected, sometimes I feel as if this war could end, and we might not even hear about it out here. So, a bunch of supplies. Reconditioning of mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and evacuation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. One point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of our work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like a front cover and see if I can't discover the source of light which constantly emanates from it. Chief Enco M. Major. So this place was used for the war, World War II, I assume. Woohoo! Batteries. Batteries. And what is this? A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know this man before me is Howard. I call him father. Uh, what the hell? What just happened? I don't know if it was such a good idea. So, he's British. Should I talk British? I don't want to offend anybody. Copenhagen Post article. Copenhagen Post, Monday, 17th August 1930. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of the death mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mine-altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of Northwestern lead mine last year. I think it's lead or lead, I don't know. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's naturally higher suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high. At 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. That's a bit of an up. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the minor symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be presented in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interview. But those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits, known as a Turngate, live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing. Studies continue. Alright. There's a key. Small key. Nothing here. Move that chair. Nothing there. Can't look in here, I guess. Okay. Lots of papers. So much history in this place, tied up in words and left to decompose. Pictures of British platoon. It must date back to World War II. I suppose his mine was converted into some kind of bunker. Typewriter. Save your game. Haha. Excuse me. Over it. Thank you. Anything here? Nope. Anything here? Ooh, what's this? Beef jerky. Sweet. Oh, another flower. More beef jerky. I'm gonna eat tonight. Ooh, Tylenol. Or painkillers, whatever. Oh, it's locked. I need a key. Guess what? I have a key. Where is it? Oh. There we go. Explosive manual. Big Book of Explosives. 1923 edition. I assume this would be like the explosives for dummies. Chapter 1.3, Black Match Fuse. The black match fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and powder, but be warned, the chemicals concerned will stay in clothing, and as always, do concern is advised. Materials need a string, black gunpowder, backstring. I have backstring, just the other two I'm missing. The string should be coated with a thin layer of backstring, which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled into the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Chapter 2, Dynamite. Invented by Alfred Nobel in 1866, dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. It is proved safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin, provided that it has been properly stored. Over time, the explosive component of dynamite is supposedly made safe by the presence of the I can't say that. Earth has the tendency to weep, making an old box of explosives liable to detonate on contact. Materials, one of that earth stuff, 3 parts nitroglycerin, a small amount of sodium carbonate. TNT, basically. Was first discovered in 1862 by German chemist Joseph Hildebrand, but it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it exploded into lesser detonation in comparison of dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes could be detonated inside a ship's armor rather than exploding on contact, as did the other shells. Armstrong's mixture. Armstrong's mixture is included in this book as more of a point of interest. That is a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it as death mix. Sounds fun. The incredible volatility make it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. Mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed to minimize risks to the chemist. Sulfur can substitute for some or all of the barium, slightly decrease sensitivity. Okay. Now we know all we need to know about explosives. Let's go boom something. What did I press? Okay, I pressed something, whatever. I think we're done here. Jesus Christ. Wolves.